Yo, what is up guys? Welcome back to another video. Today we have the week 2 of Summer of Pain. We got the Mr. Sinister boss. And this guy, I don't think he's harder than the previous boss, but I think he takes more time. So, a little bit more boring fight. So, he starts the fight with 3 of those passive his abilities. So basically that increases his power gain and I think his healing as well. So if you were to do like a 20,000 crit, he's gonna heal that back and also gain a little bit more, so about like 23,000. It depends, but basically he gains more health if you crit him. So you're doing damage only when you're not critting, and that is why this fight is gonna be like 400 hits, but we're gonna speed it up in a little bit. So this guy also has a polka dot power, so we can only gain power if we apply a damaging debuff on him, and Doom has that shock. And then he has an EMP modification, so he applies passive shocks. So yeah, every time you trigger a buff, and then when he uses an SP1 or an SP2, he's gonna transfer the shocks to you. So you ideally need someone who is immune to shock. That's why we brought in Doom, and also he applies that shock, so we gain some power. And yeah, I think Doom is the safest option. He's definitely not the fastest one, but what I like doing here is throwing SP3 once he has 2 or more bars of power, so that we can steal as much power as we can with our light attacks, because it still works. So you can see we gain some power back with the light attacks, and then we're gonna throw an SP1, and because he's got so much power, we're just below an SP2, and we're gonna throw another SP2, so an SP1, so that we don't have to wait an SP2 from him. And then just look at that, we are almost back to an SP3, 2 bars and a half, and now it's going really fast. So yeah, we're back to another SP3 just like that. So if you can do that all the time, it's definitely easy, pretty easy, because you don't have any fun and interactive damage to worry about. Yeah, just bait an SP3 or SP1, I mean. Don't bait an SP3. But yeah, even if he gets an SP2, it's not a big deal. It's easy to evade. So we're back to another SP3. We're gonna throw that again. It's 61%. So Doom has that crazy block proficiency as well, so you can maybe block that SP2 if you can't. Mine is a 6-star rank 3, but even a 5-star, it's pretty crazy, guys. So we're halfway there, 50%. And yeah, I think maybe the easiest or fastest way to get this guy down is probably Archangel. If you're lucky, you can play really good. You can reparry and don't miss a parry, just because he's got those neurotoxins. And if you have him awakened, and pretty high sig actually, so you're gonna need like with 3 neurotoxins to reduce his ability accuracy by 100%. So if you have that, you're good. So yeah, you can ignore the EMP modification, and you're not gonna have to worry about the shocks. And yeah, even though you're not immune, but that's how it works. And the stupid thing about that though is if you reduce his ability accuracy by 100%, you're not gonna gain any power from the polka dot power as well. So this is really bad. You ignore the shocks, but you don't gain power, which is what you want. But it doesn't really matter. Heavy attacks can apply neurotoxins as well and deal some good damage. So I want to show you some tips after this Doom fight. So yeah, some tips with Archangel that you can do in this fight. Yeah, this guy is almost down 7%. We're gonna build up to an SP2, and We're gonna throw this now. And big crit, 20,000 crit with that. And he's down, 400 hits, just like that. But okay, let's jump into this Archangel fight. So what you wanna do is bait SP1. It's better if you bait an SP1, and you're gonna wanna try to bait them once the opponent has 3 or more neurotoxins. Because if he has 3 or more neurotoxins, he's not gonna be able to apply those shocks to you. And then you see what I did there? So we evade his SP1 and then throw a light attack and then a heavy attack. And with this, you can mitigate the block damage. So it's like a free heavy attack. And then 3 neurotoxins, so now we want to bait an SP1 and no shocks will be applied. Or the bleeds, because we had 3 bleeds on him, and if he had like 2 neurotoxins, we might have been unlucky and would apply them to us. And yeah, that's pretty much the tips. So if you're using Archangel, make sure to bait specials with 3 neurotoxins or more. And yeah, make sure to don't choke a parry as well. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a like, subscribe, and I will see you in the next one.